Let's see if we can clear this without scraping. Make sure to smash that like button. If this video gets 3,000 likes, then I'm not going to scrape. Otherwise, if it doesn't get 3,000 likes, I'm going to scrape my bumper pretty bad here. Oh, What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. So I'm here with Jeff Weibo. I did a video with him about how he made $100,000 his first year in real estate. He's helping me film this today. I'm giving him a tour of Beverly Hills. By the way, he just started up his own channel, so you should definitely check it out. I think you have 200 and how many?
230.
230. So let's see if we can get him to 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. He just started out his channel, and would love to give him some support. You'll definitely see more of him in my videos too. So anyway, I'm going through Beverly Hills, and I was going to show him some of the crazy houses of Beverly Hills and like Bel Air, and some of like these $20-30 million homes that are just like absolutely mind-blowing. So I figured we would film it and I'd post it for you guys as well. Kill two birds with one stone. So I'm just about to show Jeff the difference between Los Angeles and Beverly Hills, because the way it works, Beverly Hills is right up against Los Angeles. Beverly Hills is its own city, and it's a city that makes a lot of money. And the residents of Beverly Hills make a lot of money, and they want their roads to be perfect. This is that. Check this out. See how ridiculous this is. You can tell immediately what city you're in. That's how crazy this is. And that's how much money Beverly Hills puts into its roads and all the landscaping and everything about it. Beverly Hills is so specific about it. That's the one thing with giving a tour in this car, is that you don't kind of realize how loud it is. Actually, we're going to be turning shortly on Rodeo Drive. So we're going to start with Rodeo Drive and then move on to some of the crazy houses above it and give a little, like, you know, some of the prices and stuff like that. So what's cool about Rodeo Drive, by the way, is at night they have lights throughout all the trees. They actually have music playing, which is kind of cool. Most people, I would say, that are here, mostly like tourists, and it's like on a Saturday or Sunday it gets crowded from people just, you know, going in and checking out the shops. We have the Pretty Woman shops over here. We also have the Beverly Wilshire just behind us. Actually, the Pretty Woman car was a Lotus Esprit, so we're kind of close. Same type of car. So then we have the shop Bijan here. This is the most expensive shop on Beverly Hills. Right there, that's he's made suits for presidents. Like his ties are like $5,000 just for a tie. He's also the one that he usually parks a yellow Bugatti out front all the time, and has like all of his cars are yellow, which is pretty cool. Right above Rodeo Drive, what you have are called the flats of Beverly Hills, and what that means is it's maybe a few hundred homes in what's called the flats. It's by far the most desirable part, I would say, of living in Beverly Hills, and also the most expensive. The way it works is you have the 500 block to the 900 block, and then you can start going north of Sunset. The lower the block, usually the less expensive. So the 500 block is cheaper than the 600 block, which is cheaper than the 700 block. But the 500 block alone, just for land value, like if you want to buy a plot of land with maybe 22,000 square feet of lot, of dirt, essentially, that's going to cost you probably about $7 to $8 million just for a plot of land in the 500 block. And they go up to maybe $30-35 million just for a lot, depending on how big it is and which block in the Beverly Hills it's located on. It's absolutely crazy. And then you get north of Sunset, which is really the divider between the mega mansions and like the little flats part. And you know, that can go upwards of 70 to easily $100 million for something up there. And you see all the lovely traffic here. This is all the time. That's one of the issues with this car, is that like I can't go fast over that sort of stuff. It's so bad. Make sure to smash that like button. If this video gets 3,000 likes, then I'm not going to scrape. Otherwise, if it doesn't get 3,000 likes, I'm going to scrape my bumper pretty bad here. Did it. So this is what I now call the flats of Beverly Hills, where properties range from anywhere from, on Rodeo Drive, they're probably about 8.5 on the low end to, I would say, about $50 million on the high end. And it's one of these areas, everyone loves Rodeo Drive, and they know the name Rodeo Drive. So this block, in comparison to any other blocks, usually gets a bit of a premium just for the name. Just the name alone is easily probably worth $1 million just to be on this street over one block over, because that is not Rodeo Drive. That's just an absolute castle. President Trump used to own this home coming up here. $30-something million, $32 million for this property right here. You can't really see too much of it, but anyway, that was Donald Trump's home. Let's see the famous Beverly Hills Hotel. It's so much fun to drive this. Oh my God. And I hate to say it, but you just pray you don't get pulled over. So now I'm going to be showing you where Michael Jackson used to live. He actually passed away here on Carrollwood Drive. This is his house right here. So you just see a bit of a gate there. And you can see the rest of the home right through here. So you see the lower gate. It's a huge house. I mean, it's enormous. So this is where Michael Jackson was living, and it was actually owned by one of the guys of Ed Hardy. So he was actually renting the home from that guy. This property, you can't really see it, but at one point was also owned by Elvis, which is pretty cool. You can't see anything in it, though, unfortunately. You just see the hedges. But fun fact of the day. And the way Bel Air is broken up, you have what's called like north of Sunset and south of Sunset. And in Bel Air, there's a spot around Sunset, some below, some above, that's called Beverly Hills. And that, I would say, is probably one of the most expensive areas per square foot in Los Angeles. That's where the Playboy Mansion is. That's where all of these huge, I mean, we're talking $100 to $150 million estates are. Same thing with the Spelling Estate was also there. I just passed the Playboy Mansion, I just realized, because I was not paying attention, but we're gonna turn around. But anyway, this area to the left of me, I would say, is probably one of the most expensive areas. And people really like it, mostly for the privacy. The guy from BCBG owned that home there. He sold it $85 million for that house. But people like Bel Air really for the privacy and that you get a huge lot. That's really, let me try it here. That's really the advantage of this area. It's just a huge lot. So we're gonna, okay, so we'll give you a little tour of Beverly Hills here. So these homes here are really trading probably about 15 million on the low end. So I want to say on this street maybe about 80, 85. But you can see, I mean, they're just absolutely insane. And usually what you see, you don't see a lot of the homes here, you really just see the gates. Like this is all one property. That's how crazy this is. So this is all the Playboy Mansion here. This whole thing. Yeah, here's the gates. Oh, it looks like they have a memorial or something for... Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's too bad. Oh yeah, it's a Lotus. This home here, by the way, is probably one of the bigger ones on Sunset. I'm not sure if you could really see it that well. It's almost this entire corner of the block. Absolutely crazy. I don't know what this would sell for right now. I mean, my guess is probably somewhere around 60 million, 70 million. After a certain point, it's like you almost start to become numb to numbers like that. Like, I mean, when you think about it, when you think about that much money, it's just like, when you really think about it, like, it's pretty amazing. But when you're around it and surrounded by it, it's like, oh yeah, no, that's 70, that's 50, that's 40, and it doesn't really even register until you really just like, think about that for a second. I'm like, wait a second. To spend 70 million on a house, by the way, just property taxes alone on a $70 million house, it's about 1.25% here. So that's gonna be about $850,000 a year. Your property taxes are at $850,000 a year. You're paying almost $1 million a year in property tax. Just your property tax. I mean, that's the level of wealth that is here is sometimes pretty shocking. So now we're on our way LA to West Hollywood. This is the area that I usually focus in and that I sell. And I like West Hollywood. It's usually a younger, hipper, trendier, you know, clientele base. That most of my clients that I work with are really like 35 and under. And a lot of them are in tech or own their own businesses. And, you know, and almost all of them, by the way, are self-made. We're driving up Doheny Drive right now, and again, this is the area that I really tend to focus on. And prices here range, I would say, from a few $1 million on the low end to, I want to say, probably 70 million, depending on the lot, or maybe actually more. There are a few homes off Oriole Drive that I'm sure could easily be valued over $100 million, easy, for a property like that. Even though this isn't like, you know, Beverly Hills, where all you see is a gate. You know, these houses are a lot more exposed, but you do get some pretty incredible properties. You really only maybe 100 homes up here. And just land alone, if you want to buy like a plot of land, I would say it's probably about $8 million on the low end, just for a plot of land. Actually, there's an open house here. Let's go into it just for the fun. It's really just this location that gives it a lot of the value, and this incredible view over here. And this is cool too. A lot of the homes are doing this now. They get rid of the walls, basically. So they have supports up here, so they're able to bring back the windows from this end and this end. They kind of fold in, so it gives it this illusion of like this really cool indoor-outdoor look without walls. Oh, here's the closet. I mean, this is really well done. There's definitely some quality they put in this. So what do you think so far?
Well, it's fantastic for me. I'd buy it. That's fun.
Yeah. Oh, this is so serene over here. This is great. It's these little touches like this that really make such a huge difference in a home. It's not a bad office. I like this. Of course, you have the movie theater. And probably one of my favorite parts would be right here. Got the garage. Now, on the way back, check out some more houses. Like, look how clear the ocean is today. Keep in mind, we're probably a good 8 miles away from the ocean, and there it is. I mean, it's like, you see the reflection of the sun on the water. It's amazing up here. Right now we're going through the nice part of West Hollywood. And I mean, it's all pretty high end. This is also where the area where I work as well. And then all the homes that I sell are like right up here. They start about 1.6, 1.7 for a home on Sunset Plaza directly. And they go all the way up to, I would say, depending on where it is, maybe $20 million, depending on the type of home and how big it is and which street it's on and the type of view it has. Very top of the hill, I'm not sure if you can see it. It looks like an evil layer, very top. Megan Ellison bought that. And I think she spent $32 million. I think it was like $22 million for the house and then $10 million for the lot next to it. And now we're gonna be going on Hollywood Boulevard. Okay, so here we got the Ferrari limo right there. Ferrari limo, that's hilarious. But yeah, this is Hollywood Boulevard. And you have the walk, you have like the stars over there, the whole Walk of Fame thing. Coming up here, you have the Pantages Theater. Oh my God, the people. It's really a little bit like a Times Square almost, like the Hollywood version of Times Square. Why would you do the TMZ tours when you could just do the Graham Stephan tour? Now you have the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. You have the Wax Museum. It's a lot of little markets and liquor stores and like weird trinket places where you can buy some like weird stuff. So this is where you begin to realize too just how big the Hollywood sign is. Is that cool though? So I think this is pretty much it for the LA tour with Jeff, but as always you guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, check out his channel. Just started posting videos on it. Been telling you for a while, man, get on YouTube.
I know. I'm there.
He's doing it now, so he did it. So feel free to subscribe to him, and if you haven't subscribed to me yet, you also got to subscribe to me. Smash that like button. Don't hack my phone. And also feel free to add me on Snapchat and Instagram. I post it pretty much daily. So if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me. Thank you again for watching, and until next time.